China's economy is on track to be bigger than the US in just about 7 years. It originally got huge for manufacturing, but in the past 5 years, China's tech has been its biggest driver of economic growth. Consider this, when I moved from New York to Asia in 2016, no Chinese tech companies could break out of China. And just a couple years later, you have Huawei and Xiaomi competing and sometimes even overtaking Apple and Samsung. For every Apple, Google, Amazon, and Facebook, China has its Huawei, Baidu, Alibaba, and Tencent, which dominate China's market and its 1.4 billion people. Some of these companies are aggressively opening stores in Europe and becoming #1 in countries like India. But even with its amazing growth story, China's government is cracking down on these companies fast in ways that it's never done before. Its government is making more than a dozen tech companies, quote, fix its prominent problems. So China's government is demanding 7 demands, which start with the requirement that all financial activities must be included in financial supervision. Basically, the government wants these companies to sit back down. They're getting too big and it's making the government worried, especially in its financial sector. WeChat Pay is used by more than 800 million people. They use their phones to pay with just about everything, and it's owned by Tencent. Alipay, its competitor, was also required to dramatically change the way it operates, and its parent company Alibaba was hit with a nearly $3 billion fine for acting like a monopoly. Now remember, China is much different than the US. Its government actually played a vital role in developing these tech conglomerates and essentially invented its own internet in the process. But now they're so big that the government wants to remind them who's in charge. But let me know in the comments, will this interference ultimately hinder these tech companies' global ambitions? They want to take on Apple, Samsung, Amazon, and Facebook. But can they? While you're at it, check out more of my videos about tech, subscribe to my channel, and find me on TikTok and Instagram at Uptin.